Hello everyone, welcome to Cloud Intelligence. I am Narsi and today's topic is secret management in Databricks. What is a secret management in Databricks and why do we need it? To understand, let's get into some theoretical aspects first. Later, we can proceed with a technical exercise. Databricks is a very effective tool for big data transformations. To carry out data transformations, we need to authenticate external data sources such as event hubs or storage account or data lake or SQL data warehouse through JDBC. For authentication, we required some form of credentials such as a access key for the storage account or data lake. If you're trying to access a SQL data warehouse or Azure SQL database, that would be passwords. Here I have provided a code which is establishing a connection to storage account by using access key. Here we are directly entering our access key in a notebook or code. Instead of entering our credentials directly in a notebook, we can use a Databricks secret scope to store our credentials, then reference them in our notebooks and jobs. By using a Databricks secret scope, we can avoid storing our credentials in the code. Managing secrets begins with creating a secret scope and adding secrets to the scope. What is a secret scope? Secret scope is a collection of secrets which are identified by a name. In a Databricks, there are two types of scopes available. One is a Databricks backed scope and second one is Azure Key Vault backed scope. Let's look at the first one, which is Azure Databricks backed scopes. When you create these scopes, secrets are stored in an encrypted database which is owned and managed by Databricks. For example, as a user, you have a access key to connect to the storage account. You can add that access key to the scope. Then you can reference that one in the notebook by using a scope name and a key name. Databricks packed scope name should be unique across the workspace. Once you created these scopes, you can manage by using the Databricks CLI, which is a command line interface, or there is a REST API, which is a set secrets API. This is a brief overview about the Databricks packed scopes. Let's look into second one, which is Azure Key Vault scope backed scopes. In Azure, there is a resource called Azure Key Vault, which is used to securely store and access the secrets across the cloud applications. If you want to access the secrets which are in Azure Key Vault, we need to create the Azure Key Vault backed scopes. Then once you created Azure Key Vault backed scope, we can leverage all of the secrets which are in the Azure Key Vault instance by using the scope name. We can create up to 100 Azure Key Vault backed scopes per workspace. To manage secrets in Azure Key Vault, we need to use either Azure Portal or there is a REST API called Set Secrets API. Since Azure Key Vault backed scope read-only interface to the Azure Key Vault, put secret and delete secret operations in the Secrets API are not allowed. This is a brief overview about the Azure Key Vault backed scope. Let's look into some technical exercise or demo by creating the Azure Key Vault backed scopes. Here we are in Azure Databricks service. We need to launch the workspace. To launch workspace, just click on here to launch. This will launch the workspace on a brand new tab. In the workspace area, I have created a Databricks notebook with the predefined instructions and some of the code which we are going to use throughout this demo. This is an official Microsoft document which describes how to create an Azure Key Vault backed secret scope using the user interface. We need to form this URL with the Databricks instance name appending with the hashtag secrets /create scopes. Let's find our Databricks instance name. We can find in a two ways. One way from the workspace itself. If you see here, Databricks instance name will start with the ADB and ending with the Azure Databricks.net, or we can find it from the Databricks service, the URL. This is the one URL. Let's take this URL and go back to the new tab, and we need to append this URL with the hashtag secrets/create scopes, and now enter it. Then you will see this user interface. We need to fill some information, then we can create the scope. First one is a scope name. Let's give a scope name. And then next one is a manage principal, which is a manage principal means you have two options. One is the creator or all users, which is essentially who you want to manage the scope. Is it only yourself, which is a creator, or all users? All users means whoever access to this workspace, they can manage the secret scope. For now, I'm gonna give all users, and this option only available for the premium tier of the Databricks workspace. So, and next one is the DNS name of the Azure Key Vault. We need this information from the Azure Key Vault, which we trying to establish connection to this workspace and the Azure Key Vault. I have created an Azure Key Vault. Yeah, this is the one. We need to go to properties here, and there is a vault URI. This is the vault URI. Let's take this information and here fill in here vault URI, and we need one more piece of information, which is a resource ID. Let's go back to here. Yeah, this is the resource ID. Let's take this information and fill in back here. Now it's a create option is available for us. If you click on a create, that's verifying it's created. Now we can navigate to, now we can go back to our, now we are in our notebook. Let's try to query the secrets from Azure Key Vault instance by using our scope name. First I have a command dbutils.secrets.list scopes, which will list all available scopes within this workspace. Let's run this command. dbutils is a Python library which is used to effectively work with the secrets, files, and object storage. As I previously mentioned, a scope name must be unique across the workspaces. As you seen here, there are no duplicates in the scope names. Let's grab our scope name, which is a demo scope 1. To list all the secrets in the scope, we need to pass our scope name as a parameter to dbutils.secrets.list command. So this is our scope name. Okay, let's run this command as plus. Now it's listing of 4 secrets, which means these 4 secrets will exist on the Azure Key Vault instance. Let's go back to Azure Key Vault instance and check it. Yeah, this is the Azure Key Vault instance we use to create the scope. When you see in the secrets section, there are 4 here. So in Azure Databricks notebooks also there are 4 secrets. If you want to retrieve only single secret from the Azure Key Vault, we can pass the scope name and key name as a parameter to dbutils.secrets.getScope command. So for example, if you want to retrieve the SQL data warehouse password, so you can run this command, which will retrieve it. The value comes up as a redacted. Redacted means passwords are encrypted. See, our secrets are encrypted, so which we wanted, right? So we don't want to read our secrets in a plain text. If you need to use the secrets in a downstream components or downstream coding, you can assign the secret value to a variable. Then variable can be used in downstream coding or notebooks. For example, here this command, we are assigning the SQL data warehouse password to a password variable. So this password variable can be used across our notebook coding or jobs. We can use it. So here I have two blocks of codes. Essentially this block of codes doing establishing a connection to storage account. In the first block of code, I am using a storage access key directly in this notebook. Here you can see the access key in a plain text. If you go to the second block of the code, I am using a variable instead of having the access key in a plain text. This variable, I am getting the variable value from the Azure Key Vault instance by using the scope. So I am assigning the value to this variable demo storage key. Then I am using that variable in this second block of the code to establish a connection to the storage account. As we seen, we can retrieve the existing secrets from the Azure Key Vault instance. For example, if you want to add a new key to the Azure Key Vault instance and you need to reference that one in your notebook or in your code, first we need to add that key to the Azure Key Vault instance. This is the Azure Key Vault instance. Let's go to the secrets section and add. You click on the generate or import. If you click on it, this is the create a secret. So you can enter the secret name. You can say new key. This is the name of your secret. Then you need to enter the secret value, maybe a storage access key or something. You can type in, you can access it, you can enter the key. Then just click on create. Once you created it, it comes up here. That's a new key which just now we created it. Let's go back to the notebook and we can see. Let's rerun this command. Let's see how many secrets will be listed here. If you rerun this command, let me rerun again. See, if I rerun the command, here is the new key. This is the, now it's listing the new secret as well as here. So by this means we know how to add the new secrets and how to reference them in the notebook as well as. So in a summary, now we have an understanding of secret management in Databricks by using secret scopes, and we have seen how to create Azure Key Vault packed scopes and how to use them. I will add this notebook on a GitHub and include the link in the description. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.